The Stories of GioBatta Bear. GB Bear Flies to Argentina by Deborah Faenza and Gianni Riccardi. In the Italian Riviera, in a small village overlooking the sea, lives a cute little bear with an all-blue fur coat. His name is GioBatta, but everyone calls him GB. GB wakes up early and, together with his friend Ricky the rabbit, heads to Grandma Mella's cozy yellow house to make pesto for their trip to Argentina, where they'll visit cousin Luciano. Grandma lives there with Grandpa Ciccio and Bella, making it the perfect place to start their adventure. Behind the house, they have a small vegetable garden where Grandpa grows salad, tomatoes, carrots, and of course, the greenest, most fragrant basil in the country. Grandma brews some coffee and listens to GB and Ricky as they tell her about their plans. "Grandma," says GB, "will you help us make lots of jars of pesto to take to Luciano? You had another idea of your own, didn't you, GB? And how do you plan to take it all the way to Argentina?" Grandma asks with a giggle. "By plane, and how else? I got my pilot's license for that very purpose," exclaims GB enthusiastically. All the ingredients for pesto are already on the table: pine nuts, cheese, olive oil, garlic, salt, and the basil is missing, Bella observes with a recipe in hand. "Ricky, come on, let's go get it from the garden," says GB. Grandpa Ciccio, intent on watering the tomatoes in the garden, realizes too late that GB and Ricky have already harvested all the basil. "For all the carrots," mumbles Ricky when Grandpa accidentally watered him. The three friends harvested fresh basil and prepared many jars of pesto together with their grandmother. They work with enthusiasm between laughter and small disasters in the kitchen. GB, pilot of a small plane, knows that every journey begins with the first step and that every challenge is just an opportunity to thrive. Here are the stops we'll make. We will follow the Blue Spruce route. Let's get ready for the first stop, Paris. In Paris, GB trades a jar of pesto for an Eiffel Tower keychain. The three friends enjoy the city and prepare for their next adventure. In London, they fly over the Big Ben and have fish and chips. Ricky, who is curious, gets excited at each new discovery. The three of them trade pesto for a little Big Ben figurine. In Iceland, the geysers and the Blue Lagoon enchant them. Amid warm bubbles and laughs, GB offers pesto to the inhabitants, trading it for local tales and a warm welcome. Greenland greets them with heavy snow and bitter cold. Ricky begins to get discouraged. "Can't we go home? My ears are frozen," he complains. Bella pulls out colorful scarves and gloves. "You'll see it will get better," she reassures him. In the evening, they share hot cocoa by the fireplace, and Ricky realizes that difficulties can be overcome. Locals provide them with warm blankets in exchange for their pesto. Crossing the Atlantic, they arrive in Canada, where the Mounties greet them warmly in their red uniforms. Between exchanging hats and sharing a slice of pizza, GB offers a jar of pesto as a symbol of friendship. While in New York, the Statue of Liberty leaves them speechless. Ricky gets very excited, and GB receives another souvenir in exchange for their pesto. In the Caribbean, they relax on white beaches and swim in crystal-clear waters. Ricky discovers tropical fish, while GB trades pesto for coconuts to enjoy at sunset. Finally, the plane lands in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Luciano runs to greet GB, Ricky, and Bella with a big hug. A party awaits them: Italian and Argentina flags, colorful balloons, and a table packed with goodies. When a dream becomes reality, it's time to celebrate with those closest to us. This journey is more than just an adventure. It's a reminder of the bonds that connect us, even across great distances. GB, slightly embarrassed to realize he had given away most of the pesto during the journey, arrives at cousin Luciano's with only a small basil plant and one jar of pesto left. "Don't worry, GB," says Luciano. "When this little plant grows, we'll make the best pesto in the world together." GB smiles. "Looks like we're starting a new tradition. pesto and adventures, one jar at a time. Ha ha ha. And with that, everyone burst into a hearty laugh, their joy echoing through the room. The end! What exciting adventures await GioBatta, Bella, and Ricky next?